friend, what if the very thing you've been most proud of has actually been the thing keeping you from everything you want? What if the independence, the superpower you built, the armor you wore, the identity you claimed was never really strength at all? What if it was survival? And what if you have been so deep in survival mode for so long that you genuinely forgot what it was like to just rest? Friend, today we are going there. And I promise you, what's waiting on the other side of this conversation is going to change the way you see everything you've been carrying. Hey, friend, I just want to take a quick second to invite you to subscribe to the Confident and Empowered Women podcast if you haven't already done so. We are here every single Tuesday and Thursday, dropping episodes designed to help you become the most confident, empowered, and fully expressed version of yourself. And I don't want you to miss a single one. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. And if this podcast has ever made you feel seen, heard, or even just a little bit more like yourself, I would be so incredibly grateful if you would take a couple of minutes to leave a review. Your words help other women find this podcast, and there is a woman out there right now who needs exactly what you just heard. Your review could be the very thing that leads her here. So subscribe, leave that review, and let's keep growing together. I'm so happy you're here, friend. Hey, let's get into it. Friend, I grew up watching strong women do it all on their own. From my mom to her friends to my friends, even their moms. There were so many women all around me, single moms, all of them figuring it out, making it work, doing whatever had to be done without waiting for anybody to come and do it for them. And when I found myself in that same season, I knew exactly what I had to do because I'd seen it done 1,000 times. So I did it. I figured it out. I built my village. I leaned on my specific handful of people for the things that I needed, and everything else, I handled it on my own, especially the heavy lifting part. That was always mine. And friend, for a long time, I wore that like a badge of honor because that's what strong women do, right? But here's what nobody tells you about carrying everything on your own for long enough. One day, you're going to actually put it down. And when you do, when you finally have enough distance from it to really look at it clearly, you're going to realize something that is probably going to stop you in your tracks. You weren't being strong, friend. You were surviving. And there is a difference, a really big one. And we're really going to get into it. I really want to say this with so much love and so much grace, because this is not about pointing fingers or placing blame on anyone or even anything. The truth is, a lot of us learned independence before we knew what it meant. We watched it. We absorbed it. We saw the women around us doing everything on their own, and we filed it away as this is what strong looks like. This is what capable looks like. This is what it means to be a woman who has it together. And when life called us to step up into that same role in some way, shape, or form, whether we chose it or it chose us, we already knew every single step of the dance because we'd been watching it our whole lives. And friend, there is something genuinely beautiful about that. There is real strength knowing you can handle things. There is a power in being resourceful, capable, and self-sufficient. And I don't want to miss that. And at the same time, here's where it gets complicated. When independence is the only example you've ever seen, it stops being a choice and it becomes a default. It becomes the automatic response to every hard thing, every heavy season, every moment when you need support. And you don't realize it when it's happening because you just keep doing what you've always done. You keep carrying, you keep figuring it out and showing up strong because that's all you know how to do. Now, friend, let me just be honest about something because I think we need to give independence its flowers too. Okay? Because listen, there are perks to doing it all on your own, okay? And if we don't acknowledge that, then we're not being fully honest. Because when you are doing it on your own, you get to do it your way. I'm talking Frank Sinatra, my way. I'm talking Usher, my way. There's no consulting, no negotiating, no compromising on how things get done, when or by who. You make the call, you execute the plan, you do it exactly the way you want. It's done and you move on. And friend, as someone who has been very particular about how things get done, that is genuinely one of the gifts of independence. But here's what that gift cost you. And I need you to really sit with this. It is perpetually exhausting. Not sometimes exhausting, not occasionally exhausting. I'm talking perpetually exhausting. Because there is no off switch, friend. There is no handing it off. There is no, hey, can you take this for a minute? Because you have created a world where you are the only one who can do it, where you are the only one who does it right, where you are the only one who shows up the way it needs to be shown up for. And that world, as beautifully constructed as it was never meant to be a permanent address, okay? I want to tell you about a very specific kind of moment. You might even know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the moment when you are in the middle of everything. You're carrying it, managing it, holding it all together, and something shifts. Something cracks just slightly, and in that crack, you catch a glimpse of something that takes your breath away. You realize, oh, this isn't strength. This is survival. Not because you couldn't handle it, but because you never really had a choice. And friend, when you are in the thick of it, you cannot see it. You genuinely cannot. Because when you are in survival mode, it looks like strength. It feels like strength. People around you, they call it strength. And so you keep on going, you keep carrying, you keep doing what survival requires. It's only when you put it down, when life gives you the gift of being able to set it down, even for just a moment, that you look back and you see it clearly for what it was. And that may even be when the tears come, not because you're broken, but because you finally realize how long you've been doing something that was never meant to be done alone. And you grieve a little for the woman who had to be that strong for so long. I asked for help from a specific handful of people. I mean, very specific. And everything else I did on my own. That heavy lifting, especially, that was always mine and mine alone. I thought that was just who I was. I thought independence was my identity, my superpower, the thing that made me me. And that's until I met and started dating my husband. And everything I thought I knew about myself got a brand new lens. Friend, I want to tell you about what happened when my husband came into my life, because this is the part of the story I don't think I've ever fully told. When he came in, he didn't just show up as a partner. He showed up as a safe place. And friend, I had never experienced that before. Not like that. Not in that particular way. He welcomed the heavy lifting. He invited me to share it with him. He created this sense of safety that I genuinely didn't even know was available to me. And slowly, I started to put things down. Now, friend, how slowly is still very much up for debate, okay? It depends on who you ask, him or me. But that is neither here nor there, okay? I digress. But that is when it hit me. I had been carrying all of this, not because I wanted to, but because I had to, because there was no one I trusted enough to hand it to. And to be honest with you, it was my responsibility as a mom. But even being a mom is still a shared parental experience. And to be really honest, the idea of needing someone and having them not show up, there were so many times it felt more dangerous than just doing it myself. I never wanted to feel like a burden. And that's why I only really relied on a specific handful of people to help me, because I wanted to make sure that I was never a burden. So I shouldered a lot of things quietly, competently, gracefully, and I called it strength. But when he said, let me carry some of this for you, and I actually let him, I realized I had been in survival mode on repeat for years, and it was never meant to be that way. It's in this space you realize your nervous system has been in fight or flight for years, and this was never meant to be the permanent position of your nervous system. It's only when you don't have to carry it all that you realize you were only carrying it because you had to, not because you wanted to, not because it was the best way, but because it was the only way you knew. And friend, I went from being scared to put it down to being safe to put it down. And that's what allowed me to finally flow into my soft girl era. And I love it here, friend. When I really set it down, I wasn't scared anymore. I was ready. Now, this is the part you really need to hear, because I think this is going to set somebody free today. There is a difference between healthy independence and independence as a trauma response. And knowing that difference is everything. Healthy independence says, I can trust myself. I can rely on me. No matter what happens, I will always have my own back. I look out for me. I take care of me. I love me, and I love myself too much to accept anything less than what is mine. That is healthy, friend. That is beautiful. That is something to be proud of and to protect. But independence as a trauma response, that sounds different. That sounds like this is the only way. It will always be this way. I can't trust anyone to help me. Nobody can do it the way I can. Or if I need someone and they let me down, it'll break me. So I just won't need anyone. Friend, do you hear the difference? One is self-trust. The other is self-protection at the expense of connection. And this is one of those truths you just have to sit beside and really take it in. When you are in independence as a trauma response, there are sacrifices being made, real ones, and you are paying the price for every single one of them. The price is exhaustion, the loneliness and disconnection from deep relationships, the inability to receive love fully is a price. The constant tension in your body from never fully resting is a price. And friend, you have been paying that price for so long, it just feels normal. But normal doesn't mean necessary, and necessary doesn't mean forever. I truly give it up to every single woman whose circumstances forced her independence, for every woman whose strength was not a choice but a requirement, for every woman who did what had to be done because there simply was no other option. I see you. I honor you. And I am so, so proud of you. And I want to say this so gently. Independence is a beautiful dance. It really is. It is wonderful to be and to have. And I'm not asking you to give it up. I am asking you to hold it differently because independence also comes with a responsibility, friend, a responsibility to build your village, to find your people, to create the community where you collaborate, share resources, depend on each other, and support one another in return. Yes, you can do it on your own, but that is not a long-term plan, friend. And truth be told, the people in your life who love you, they want to help you. They want to support you because they love you. They don't want to see you struggle, and they don't see you as a burden. I really need you to hear me on this, friend. No one sees you as a burden. You are not a burden. And I know your heart. You would never put a burden on another person. Let people love on you, friend, okay? Let people love you. And here's another thing I really need you to hear. It is really hard to welcome in what you really want when you are just trying to keep your head above water. Deep connection, real, genuine, soul-filling connection cannot find a landing place in survival mode. There's no room for it. Your armor is too thick. The walls are too high. The independence is too bold. This is why community is so important. Not just nice to have, not just a bonus. It's essential because you were never meant to do this alone permanently. So today I want to invite you, if you are the woman whose independence has stretched from strength to survival, I invite you to be open to allowing people to support you, open to allowing people to love on you, open to putting some of it down and seeing what happens when you do. Because friend, you deserve it. Not someday, right now, exactly as you are, where you are. You deserve to be held. You deserve to be supported. You deserve to put it down. Hey friend, okay, real talk for a second. If today's episode has got you in your feelings, if you are sitting there like, okay, she is talking directly to me, then I really want you to grab the main character energy journal prompts. Because here's the thing, we can have all the awareness in the world, but if we don't actually do something with it, we just keep going in circles, friend. And I don't want that for you. These prompts are going to help you get honest with yourself in the most loving, grace-filled way possible. No tough love, no shame, just you, your journal, and some really, really good questions that are going to help you figure out where survival mode has been running your life and what it actually looks like to put it down. Friend, I made these just for you for this moment, for the woman who just heard something that cracked something open and needs somewhere to go with it. The link is in the show notes. Grab it. I promise you, you need this right now. So let's get back into it. Okay, friend, you know what time it is. It is the time for our favorite, the self-love two-step. And you know, I brought the remix today. So stay with me because step 3 is everything. Step 1, recognize the survival mode. Friend, you got to get honest with yourself about this one. Open up your journal and answer this question without editing yourself. Where in my life right now is my independence operating from survival mode instead of strength? What am I carrying that I was never meant to carry alone? Write it all out, friend. Don't filter it. Don't minimize it. Just name it, because you cannot put down what you haven't acknowledged you're holding. Step 2, identify one open door. Now, take what you just named and ask yourself, where is the one place I can invite support in right now? One thing I can put down, one person I can trust with even a small part of this load, one door I can open to let someone in. Friend, it doesn't have to be everything. Just one thing, one door, one moment of choosing connection over carrying. That is where it starts. And step 3 is the you step. And this is where you get still, get quiet, and ask yourself, what is my heart telling me to do next? Not what survival mode would do, not what your fancy armor would do. What does the woman who knows she deserves to be held and supported do next? And that is the next right aligned step for you, friend. Trust her. She has always known. Now, let me pour into you real quick, because I need a moment before we close, because I want to speak directly to the woman who has been strong for so long. She forgot what it felt like to rest. You have been carrying so much with so much grace, so much quiet strength that most people have no idea how heavy it actually was. And I just want you to know that was not weakness, nor was it failure. That was a woman doing what she had to do in the season she was in. And she did it beautifully. But friend, that season does not have to be forever. You are allowed to put it down. You are allowed to need people. You are allowed to be held, to stop surviving and start actually living. The softness you've been afraid to step into, it was never a threat to your strength. It was always the reward for it. You earned the soft girl era, friend, even when you didn't have to earn it. Every single day of carrying prepared you for the season of being carried, and you deserve every single beautiful moment of it, friend. Independence is a superpower, and so is knowing when to put it down. You were built for more than survival. You were built for connection, for community, for deep soul-filling love, and support that you didn't have to earn or perform for. So recognize when survival mode has taken the wheel. Build the village, open the door, let people in, and know that putting it down is not weakness. It is the bravest thing you may ever do. And I'm so proud of you. So friend, make sure that you go and listen to the companion YouTube video. It'll be up later today. The link to the channel is in the show notes. And friend, if this episode hit home, I want to know all about it. And since YouTube is exactly where I'm hanging out these days, make sure to comment on the video and tell me, what are you ready to put down? Because we are celebrating every single woman who makes that decision today. Okay, friend? Ooh, yes, friend. Remember, you are not an extra in somebody else's story. You are the main character of your own story. So go be her, the one you have been becoming. She has been waiting on you to live out loud, no matter what comes your way. Together we can encourage over everything. Love you, friend, and sending you great big virtual hugs.